Life Notes by YRVP.
Hi, for today I'm going to talk about the top 3 books that I love. And if you have reading goals, this might help you to choose your next book. So let's start. So the first book that I'm going to discuss is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I first read this book when I was 9 years old, and this book was a birthday gift from my uncle. And I really love this story since then. What I learned from this book is the genuine, simple, and pure friendship between the pilot and the little prince. I guess there's really something extra special when an adult and a kid became good friends, don't you think? And although this book has a sad ending, but as a kid, I've always wished and imagined of meeting the little prince, even just in our backyard, something like that. And I think that's a very special memory for me. For the second book that I love is Every Breath by Nicholas Sparks. I bet we all know the genre of books by Nicholas Sparks, but what I like about this story is that how I can really understand the character's situation, I think. They're pretty much contented with their current lives, but when they met one summer near the beach in North Carolina, they found that they can be more, or they can feel more in terms of many things. So I love the setting of the place. Nicholas Sparks always choose North Carolina for his stories, and that made me curious as well about the place, and if given a chance, hopefully, I'd like to visit there someday. And I also admire the flow of the story. There's a twist of destiny and reality at the same time, so it's pretty much satisfying for me, I guess. Now let's go for the third book. The last book that I'm going to talk about is Anne of the Island by Lucy Maud Montgomery. This is the third book of the famous Anne of Green Gables series. This is again another classic book. I guess I'm drawn to classic books. This book was published in the early 1900s, so somehow I got a glimpse of how was life back then, especially with women. And the main character here, I can relate to her in terms of her love for nature and her life perspectives. I also got hooked with the journey that she had with her friends, the twists and turns of her love life, and the way the author told this story. I love it. The author's words, Lucy Maud Montgomery, her descriptions, her storytelling skills is just amazing for me, and I totally fell in love with her writing style. So yeah, that's for my third book. As you can see, as I talk about my top 3 books that I love, of course, I will not go into details about the story because it's like a spoiler, so I won't do that. But I'm more of just describing of how I felt with the book and what was the effect to me and how it connected to me. So I guess that's how I'm going to really describe the books that I love. So, yeah. These are the 3 books that I love, and I chose these books among all the other books that I read because these are the books that I connected with the most. I can relate to them in terms of my preference, personality, and perspectives. I got a lot of inspiration and motivation as well from these books. And I hope that this can help you with your reading goals as well. So thank you for listening to my mellow talks here on my YouTube channel, Life Notes by YRVP. Until next time.